Hi, here to interview Brooke about her time in Greylands. Describe what it was like living in Greylands Psychiatric Hospital.
It was hard at first. It's very hard to fit in, and like your first thing that you go through is like doctors talk to you, and then nurses like do all this paperwork, and it's all on the go. It doesn't stop, and then by the end of it, you're completely exhausted, and like your first night, you end up staying in a observation room, so that's really hard, and but once you get used to it, it's not that bad. Yeah, it's a bit like hard, like mentally, to kind of go, oh my god, I'm in Greylands. And if you lived in Australia, in Perth, you would know that Greylands has a lot of stigma attached to it, where people think that crazy people go there, which isn't true in some cases. But yeah, it's the people there were amazing, and you actually meet some really amazing people. Yeah.
Okay. What was your first 24 hours like?
My first 24 hours, I was a mess. I didn't know what to think of it in my first 24 hours. As I said, I was put in a observation room where there's basically nothing but a bed and canvas blanket, canvas pillows, and you have to wear their pajamas, which is really not flattering. And once you get in there, the first thing they do is like search you, and they go, okay, you can't have strings, you can't have shoelaces, you can't have sharps, even headphones at points. They don't even let you have headphones, like you can do anything with that. But yeah, so like CDs and stuff are like not allowed in that part. And like, because when I started in my first 24 hours, I was on 15-minute observations, so every 15 minutes a nurse would come and see me and make sure I was okay, make sure I was in hospital, and make sure I was basically alive. And yeah.
Okay. Is there a difference between how patients were treated, say, back in the 60s till like now?
There's a lot of difference. Like, if you watch Girl Interrupted, the community bathrooms where they have no privacy is completely wrong. You have privacy, but the doors cannot lock. And if you're in certain observations, like 15-minute observations where they come and check on you every 15 minutes, you have to have a shower supervised. But they don't actually make you have a shower in a community shower where everyone's naked. That doesn't happen. There is such thing as a seclusion room, and that's sort of like what they call the white padded cell thing. It's not really padded, well, it is a little, but not too much. And you don't wear straight jackets or anything unless you're like criminally insane, and I'm not criminally insane, I don't think. So things like that, like, and it's like the whole, if you go to a psych hospital, you're crazy. It's not really like that. It's kind of like, if you go to a psych hospital, you need help. It's not a place where crazy people go. Yeah.
Okay. So, how did you find out you were going, and how did this make you feel?
Okay, I first found out 2 hours before I was due to leave to go into Greylands from another hospital where I'd spent a week. I spent a week there, and for 5 of those days I was chased around by a nurse basically everywhere I went. So if I went to the toilet, if I went to get a drink, they had to be at least like I don't know, that far behind me, and it's kind of creepy, but you get used to it. But I found out, they said, oh, we've got a bed for you in Greylands, and at that point I was told I was going to Swan District's mental health, which I did end up going there, but after I spent about 2 weeks in Greylands. And I found out, and I was shocked. I was really, really shocked. I didn't know what to think. I didn't know what to say. I actually ended up trying to tell the nurses to go away so I could, cry and do all that sort of stuff, which they wouldn't because I had to have the supervising nurse that whole time, and so I tried to run. Yeah, that was a very smart idea. And I tried to run. I got out the door, and next thing I know, there was a hand in my face. So I don't really remember what happened after that. And after that, they kind of drugged me, so it's all good. So yeah, that's how I found out, and I felt horrible. I felt crazy.
Okay, are there any positive results from your visit?
I would say that I am a lot more mentally stable now than I was before then. I can handle things a lot better now after, everything that I went through. So I think, yes, there has been positive results, and I am a much, I guess, in a way, stronger person now.
Okay, one more question. If there is anybody out there watching this, kind of going through the same kind of things, what message would you give them?
My biggest thing is get help. I know it's hard to talk to someone, and I know it's hard to accept that you need that help, but if you do, it's okay to say, I need help. It's okay not to be okay. You've got to talk up, otherwise you're never going to get the help, and that's not going to help you. So if you talk to your counselor, anything, just ask for help. There's hotlines out there, there's your treating doctors, anything. Just don't hide. That's my biggest message. Just don't hide.
Okay, thank you.
Alright. Bye, guys.
Bye.